Good afternoon, y'all. I am here at Bunched Arrowhead Heritage Preserve Complex. All right, so I'm at Bunched Arrowhead Heritage Preserve Complex. Okay, try to say that like 10 times fast. Anyway, this is kind of a short trip because I have to go to work. You know, try not to be late at work. But okay, so apparently my phone's running out of storage. I'll have to clear it up later. But I am at this place, and it's hard to remember the name, but I just wanted to show you. So it says no bicycles beyond this point. This is just a short 30-minute walk, and it's got a beautiful mountain view. Nice day outside. I wish I didn't have to work, but you know, you gotta pay them bills. So let's see, here is the sign. Regulations for specific property rules use. Okay, anyway, yeah, which is showing pictures of the trails and different plants. Is that, I don't know why they're showing me a picture of that plant, but maybe I can look it up later. So here I am, we're here on Macaulay Road, and I'm going around to go see the lake and come back. It's supposed to be a half-hour trip. I do not, oh, there's this 1 mile right there, so, but I don't know what that's showing. Oh, that's the park. Okay, so I'm here, there's 1 mile, so 1 mile, yeah, it's really not that long. So going around here to the lake and then back around. So and I'm here, so I think I'll take the long way there, and then that way I don't run out of time to get to work, and then take the short way back. So on the right, on the left, and then to the other one. All right, so here, this looks like the trail, and oh wait, there's some history on it. Okay. Bunched Arrowhead Heritage Preserve Complex is comprised of 5 heritage preserves that were purchased to protect the federally endangered species. Okay. 1.25 mile hiking trail that traverses a diversity of habitats. Okay, well, I'm gonna go because for some reason there's a scarf there. I don't know what that means, but I am going to go head out so I don't run out of time. So I am still kind of formulating what I'm going to be doing on YouTube. Now, I like arts and crafts and I like the outdoors, so probably going to do a mix of that. I do want to do a photography series, but it's going to take a little more planning. I am going to be going on a 2-week adventure excursion thing. I mean, I'm working at the same time, so I'm working around my work schedule, but I'm not going to work any extra hours. I'm giving myself 2 weeks to explore this area since I just moved here, and I'm going, okay, so here's the division point where 2 route trails meet or divide, whichever you want to think. Okay, so I'm going to go to the left. So anyway, I'm giving myself 2 weeks to explore this area, all around Greenville and like far out. I'm also doing some arts and crafts in between, and I'm thinking about doing a paper boat video where I take paper boats down any stream I go to and see how far they go. But you know, take a tape measure, see which stream it gets down the longest, or maybe, you know, yeah, I think that's what I'll do. It just sounds like fun, so I like to have fun. I'm trying not to mumble. I am trying to speak more clearly, so I hope y'all enjoy this walk, and I look forward to sharing my adventures with you that I'm doing for the next 2 weeks. All right. So going into woods. This is considered a fairly easy walk, they said. I do need, some of the waterfalls are going to be a little tougher than I'm used to as far as hiking. So, like I think it's Ravencliff Falls, you have to climb for like an hour or something. And I am not used to having to change elevations too much or do too much like ups on, because Florida is really flat. So I am going to give myself a little bit of time, a few weeks, to get acclimated to climbing up and down, because a couple days ago my legs were really sore. Oh, there's some cool mushrooms on that tree. But my muscles were so sore I had to take a couple days off. So I did some crafting, which the video should already be released, but I'm going to do another craft before I start my adventures. Well, or sometime soon. The craft I did was a bird book and a how to make like a little guidebook for yourself. I know you can buy guidebooks, but it helps me learn to draw and paint. So I started drawing the birds, and I'm going to do it with plants as well. So, but you can check that out on my page, on my channel. If you like and subscribe, you can make sure you don't miss any of my adventures or the crafting videos. So looks like there's a bunch of this is like a grassland. There's something in the bushes. It's probably a squirrel. I love squirrels. No, he doesn't want to come out. We'll leave him alone. Alright. I think these trails, they combine later. So I saw a lot of zigzaggy, like, I saw a bunch of trails that, like, the trails parted ways and then came back together eventually. I know sometimes in life we have to part ways with people or things that are causing us problems, but there's it's quartz. So I read the rules. Okay, so sorry, I have ADHD, so I'm going off. Sometimes you have to part ways with people or things to kind of clear your mind, and then I mean, that doesn't mean you can't be reunited with these people later. So it just helps. It helps when you have distance sometimes. So I haven't seen any blazes or anything. I went left on the last one. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go. I don't know. This one looks a little more interesting. Do left on this one. But you know, when you part ways, sometimes you can come back together. But it just depends on the person or the situation. Don't go, you know, I wouldn't go back to somebody who's been repeatedly abusive to you. There's a tree that's kind of just hanging here. That's kind of interesting. It's hanging, it got stuck in that tree. I mean, so, yeah. I was going to say, I looked up the rules. This is a state park, I guess, because it said state park guidelines. But the rules at the state park are, you can collect rocks for fun, but not like for profit. And they don't want you collecting like big boulders or anything. So I just like rocks, and I'm not worried about selling them. I do want to I just like, I don't know, I like nature, so I like to find out stuff. That looks like a dam, like a beaver dam or something. But, I mean, that looks like a little beaver house. That's so cute. I think a beaver house would be fun to live in. You'd have water just right underneath your feet, and you could go swimming whenever you wanted. Or you could go chop up some trees with your teeth. I don't know. I think if I was an animal, I'd be an owl or a beaver. So, yes, I am full of randomness. Oh, I thought I heard an animal, but apparently it might have just been me tripping over a stick. Okay. I haven't gotten used to all the, I mean, this trail is pretty level, easy. I think you could do this with a wheelchair or a stroller pretty easily so far, if you go off the right direction. I don't know if that's a trail or just something that people have walked a lot. Let's see. But I like to, yeah, this is just like a little swampy area. I don't even know what I was talking about. Oh well. Okay. Must have not been that important. Okay. So this tree is being saved by other trees. It's very interesting how this tree got twisted. But it looks like it's still alive, at least the upper parts. I wonder if those branches are going to turn into roots. That would be great. That would be interesting. So, anyway, interesting. It's a swamp. I don't think there's any alligators here. Maybe wild hogs, I don't know. I'm still researching the wildlife around here. I'm just more from Florida, because I've said that. I know about Florida wildlife. Maybe later on when I visit Florida, I'll do some videos on a lot of the places I already know. Looks like somebody's been out here with their dog. Some doggy prints. That is a big dog. Can you see that? Oh, there it is. Big dog. Look at that. That's a big dog. It's almost as long as my hand. This reminds me of my grandparents' farm. Like if it would have grown up. My grandparents had a farm, and they bought a bunch of land. Apparently, this is what I know. And then they lived in a modular home or a trailer for some time with their kids while they built and constructed their home. My grandfather was in construction, so I don't know. He probably had a lot of help, but they designed it and built it. My grandfather was dyslexic, but he was really good with construction. He became a manager and had a construction company. Those little bird boxes. So, anyway, they built their own house, and they made like an A-frame house. And I just remember going up there as a little girl. I knew we'd go once every couple of years, going up to Ohio from Florida. And I just loved the snow. It was like magical. My cousins hated it when they got older, but I really started loving it. That is a big mushroom. There's my hand. I have a fairly large hand for a woman, but see if I can get it. Oh, there we go. Okay. So you can see it's a little wider than my hand. I'll have to look that one up later. Anyway. So I just love going out there to my grandparents and watching the snow through the window on the balcony. Jumping off the balcony, causing trouble with my cousins. Oh, here's a bridge up ahead. I love bridges. It's a wooden bridge. Looks like they did some recent work on it. Got the new the new tags for the woods on there. It'll work. A little swamp that we're crossing over. So I kept making laps. Maybe I should make a right. I don't know. The trails keep departing and going back together. I did. Anyway, let's see here. Oh, something on that tree. Some kind of disease or something. Just taking that tree. I don't know. This is like a choose your own adventure trail. Keep going, and then there'll be a trail that goes a different way. You're not exactly sure where it goes, but you take it and it affects you in some way. It's so quiet out here. I don't even hear a bird. Oh, I just heard a bird. They're like, wait, we're here. Trying to learn some of the bird sounds. I like trying to, since I was little, I like trying to copy the bird sounds. But I always wanted to know the names of the birds, but I never took the time to study. So that's why I made the bird study book on a different video. So, anyway, that one's like a, let's see. That kind of little chirps spaced apart. So there's like a woodpecker. It sounds like a squeaky hinge. If you can name it, I'll give you an imaginary gold star. It's a pile of rocks. Oh, that's cool. It's some different ones. Maybe somebody was collecting and got caught. And they're like, oh, I gotta put these here now. Because you can't collect the big rocks. See, the trail departs again. I think I'm safe if I keep going left. I may have to check it in a minute because, let's see. Yeah, I got about 20 minutes left before I have to leave. It's a little creek. I guess this would be called a creek. These are, I call these gumballs. They're from a tree. They hurt your feet if you're barefoot. I know that because I walked around barefoot a lot as a child. So I got too old. I can walk barefoot sometimes now, but not right now. Not here. It's better to walk barefoot on grassy places you have that have been trimmed and you know there's nothing hiding. Barefoot on the beach is fun. Hey, it's another bridge. I mean, you might be able to navigate this with a wheelchair and another person, or if you have a really special wheelchair that climbs. It's not that big of a step up. I could probably handle a stroller on this. It looks like we might be coming up to the lake. It's like clear up there, unless that's somebody's property. Let's see. I do want to go paddleboarding as well. I went paddleboarding a lot in Florida. And there are some lakes around here. I don't think I'd trust the creeks around here with all the waterfalls, though. Not without pre-planning, and probably a kayak would be better for that. Oh, that just looks like another plain. Grassy plains. There's a bunch of dead trees over there. Oh, wow. I don't know. Maybe the lake is over that ledge. I don't know. It's kind of strange. Let's see. There's more people walking. Let's see. The state requires you to call if you want to film for profit, but I'm not really intending on getting profit from this right now. It'll be years probably. Okay. Oh, it looks kind of gross. Alright, so apparently the lake is more of like a pond. I just talked to some people. They said this is it. So it's got a lot of algae in it. Oh, I hear it. This one I hear a crow. That one's hard to do. I can't remember what bird that is. The crow is like, ah, 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 ah. Ah, 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 ah. And I got a little piping one. And then there it is. I hear that in Florida a lot. Wait. So, if I'm right, I think it's a woodpecker, a crow, I think the little, oh, I think I see one. It's on that fence. I don't think I can zoom that. Oh, he took off. There's a lot of different birds here. While I set up the dryer, after looking at some YouTube videos, I got frustrated because it was taking so long. And then I tried to hurry through it, so it took longer. I was texting my brother to make sure I was doing it right. And it worked before I left. So hopefully I won't burn the house down. I doubt it. I did the ground and everything. I watched a YouTube video. The guy seemed legit. So yeah. So the washer and dryer combo was working. It seems I am going the right way. Just to be clear about the rock gathering, the rocks have to be small and they cannot be for profit. And I believe that's what it said. And if it's an artifact, like a fossil or old glass or anything that's like an old item, an artifact or whatever. Oh, yep, there's the parking area. So I just have a little further to go. If it's an artifact or archaeological evidence or whatever, then you need to just leave it alone, because that is forbidden, to mess with the archaeological evidence. And you want to leave it where it's at so they can determine, you know, where it originated exactly, because there might be more artifacts around the area. Oh, I think I see a nest. There's like a nest like right there. Even though it's the winter and a lot of the leaves are gone, I think it's still beautiful. And as an artist, I like to see how all the branches grow out. So it's interesting to me. I like to draw trees, and this kind of helps with showing me exactly how the branches grow. Yes, for people who don't know, Florida trees do not always lose their leaves. I mean, I guess I could look up pictures of trees without leaves, but where's the fun in that one? I know that cypress trees have like, it's not like a bark, it's more like it's smooth. And it's smooth all the way up. That is a pretty tree. I bet you it's really pretty in the summer, in the spring. This one too. The bark looks kind of like a cantaloupe. I love cantaloupe. There's little, yeah. I thought there were little buds, but there's not yet. I think those are old. Unless they're like brown. They might be new. I think that's a gumball tree. I don't know what it's really called, but I think the bark is I think that's where the things are coming from. There was one in my yard when I was growing up. Could decide to go back to the lake, I guess. Right next to the road. So, yeah, I want to make, the next craft I do is, I want to make a harness for my phone. I know they make them and they sell them on Amazon, you know, to put on me, so that I don't have to hold it, and I can use my walking sticks and ride my bike, and hopefully you'll get a better, stiller picture. But I don't, I try to use what I have and not order new things. I did splurge a little because apparently I couldn't find any of my flashlights. I think my last really good flashlight finally bit the dust. I had it for a few years. I can't remember what happened. It got wet or something. Maybe while I was caving. But that would have been a good video, but that's okay. So I ordered a headlamp because since the other night I was hiking really late and it got dark. So I'm using I had to use my cell phone. I did a video, but I'm not gonna post it. It's kind of private. But I going to. Oh, and I ordered a solar rechargeable phone recharger with a flashlight and a compass. So even if I can't forget my compass or can't find it, my solar powered phone recharger will work for a flashlight or a compass. It has really good ratings, so hopefully it works. There's my man. Oh, there's like an overlook. Guess I gotta check that out. I got about a minute left. A few minutes. Yep. We get a nice view of the mountains. It is a beautiful day. Okay, I'm out here still. I just saw like an owl. It's a hawk. Oh, he's pretty. I'll have to look at it later because I can see it, but my phone's kind of dim right now. No, is that an owl? Is that a barred owl? I'll have to look at it when I have more light. Thank you for joining me, and I will. This makes me cringe, but like and subscribe because you got to, And this has been fun. So thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye, y'all.